Hey there everyone, back with some more Disney news, but this is a different kind of news. So, I actually didn't want to make news about this, but this is a bit important. Whenever executive of a studio, especially from Disney, says such things, this actually makes things a bit, horrible situation. Because first of all, let's first go through the contexts. So this was from Puck, entertainment outlet, of course, and they basically published a newsletter in which an unnamed Disney executive, now I won't go through all the details, I'll be posting the pictures of the interview in the video, you'll see it as we go through the video. But to paraphrase what he has basically said, that the audience are not based on the recent Marvel, Lucasfilm, and all over Disney failures, box office failures, and critical failures as well, that these are blamed on the fans. The fans don't want women or people of color in the front and center of movies. That's why they are, saying all this stuff in social media, as well as basically calling fans bigots. Now, yes, people in social media truly do, tell about these things, but the fact that calling the whole fan base bigots is actually stupid, because let me just clarify one thing, Mr. Disney executive. Pre-Endgame, pre-Avengers Endgame, let's start with the MCU. Most of your movies made $1 billion. You averaged $1 billion per Marvel movie that you put out. Starting from all the way back from, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, Endgame, all the Avengers movies. These are all $1 billion movies, and even those that are not $1 billion have made $700, $800, or $900 plus million. How do you think you made that money? The fans watch those movies. They love them. That's why they went back to the theaters to watch it again. These are the same fans you're calling bigots? That they want to watch your movies because of people of color. Then why did Black Panther made $1 billion? If people don't want to see women in movie theaters, why did Barbie made $1.4 billion at the box office? Why did the first Wonder Woman become such a big hit? Why did the first Captain Marvel made $1 billion? The reason is simple. The first Captain Marvel movie was good. Not top tier MCU, but good. The Marvels was trash. It has nothing to do with women being on the front and center. It's just you making a bad movie. Wish. You're saying that Disney's Wish did bad because women of color and whatnot was a representation and whatnot. No. Wish did bad because it was a bad animated movie. Have you forgotten how Disney made all its money? Through good animated movies, legendary animated movies that are immortal now. You made that movie. The people fell in love with it. The fans went to theaters to watch it. The fans bought DVDs. You're saying these fans are bigoted? Those are all Disney princess movies. The fans love these Disney princess movies. They accepted these Disney princess movies, and now that you're destroying them by writing bad stories, now the fans are bigoted. Why? The fans are the one who made those movies legendary. Now let's move on to Lucasfilm, Star Wars. Look, before you guys had Star Wars, fans loved everything about Star Wars. Like, the prequels were a bit divisive, but it wasn't as divisive as it's now. People didn't hate the prequels this much, the way you made them hate, the sequel trilogy. No. You're saying because Daisy Ridley was in it, people didn't like it. Wait, what? Princess Leia? Have you forgotten who Princess Leia is? Have you forgotten who Padme Amidala is? Like, what are you talking about? Uh, Ahsoka Tano in the Star Wars Clone Wars series? What? People didn't dislike the sequel trilogy because of Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley is a very good performer. You destroyed her character because you had no plan for Star Wars. Daisy Ridley stated herself, she didn't know, even when the filming was going on, she didn't know what her character's direction would be. What would we expect from her? She's good where she is. It's not her that's the problem. The problem is you guys. And now, you come and say because your movies are failing because of bad writing, you're saying that the fans are bigoted? No. Let's talk about the MCU. You bringing out all these female characters and doing these movies. Although Madam Web is not MCU, but it is a Marvel movie made under Sony, of course. But because people are not disliking it because there are women in it, people are disliking it because it's a bad movie. If you had good writers who wrote She-Hulk well, people wouldn't have disliked She-Hulk. If you wrote the Marvels well, it wouldn't have been fans wouldn't have been going on the Marvels being bad. Again, the Marvels is not being called bad because it was all the women's are up front and center. It's because it was a bad movie. It's simple. You didn't have good character writtens. There were huge plot holes. So yeah, it didn't fail because these movies are not failing because of fans are big. Fans have been paying for your movies. Fans have made what the MCU is now, the billion-dollar industry that movies that are the MCUs. Fans have made those. You decided to write bad movies, not the fans. The fans don't watch bad stuff. If you're saying the fans are bigoted because they don't want to watch your movies, then how did you make all those $1 billion? Also, you say that the Star Wars sequel movies were failures. Well, even though they were bashed by fans and critics, everyone, that also made $1 billion. Why did that did those movies make $1 billion? Because fans, even though they didn't like the movie, they loved the Star Wars property. They went to the theaters to give it any sort of hope that they could have, but they just couldn't. Still, you made this money, right? So please don't come out and say that the fans are bigoted. We supported Disney, all the full of Disney, since we were born. I'm 35. I turned 35 yesterday. And in my 35 years of life, I've been watching Disney products, I think, since I was 5. And now I don't watch it because it's shit. You have driven it to the ground with your bad writings and bad directings. Don't blame the fans for it. The fans have been for decades. For me, 30 years. There are fans that has been fans of Disney products for 40, 50 years. You have stabbed your fans in the back. And now that the fans have turned their back on you, you say the fans are bigoted. No. Whoever this unnamed Disney exec is needs a reality check. The fans are not bigoted. Get your writings teams, get your directing teams in order. Get your agendas in order. I don't like to use that word. I never use that word. But now I'm forced to use it because you're calling fans bigoted. Get your agendas in order. Write stories, not, political agendas. That's all I have to say about this. Please let me know in the comments what do you guys think about this. And please like and share and subscribe. Thank you.